Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Spaz Out, the episode of the third. I'm your host, Caleb King, and sitting here right next to me in real life this time, Christopher McCauley
Hey, what's up? That's me.
and Robbie Bland.
Howdy, I'm Robbie Bland.
Fuck yes, guys.
Hell
we
yeah.
are finally here in person. We will have no audio problems anymore.
Cross
Holy
your
shit,
fingers,
that was
knock
fucking
on wood.
garbage.
Yeah, don't say that. We're probably gonna have audio problems now just because you said that.
So oh boy, do we have a good episode for you guys today.
No, we don't.
We have
We never do. Never.
our first topic that we have today is going to be the topical Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's favorite VineTube star, everybody's favorite YouTube star, Logan Paul, doing normal stuff in Suicide Forest.
No one's talked about him ever at all.
So I have not watched the video.
Naturally.
Yeah. I have not watched the Logan Paul video, but for anyone who's listening that doesn't know what's going on, Logan Paul uploaded a video of him going into the Japanese suicide forest, filmed a dead body, laughed about going in there first, and then also seeing a dead body, filming it, and then making small little light jokes about it.
Well,
Okay,
I
so
gotta stop you there, Caleb.
okay.
I mean, there were jokes in the video, but like he wasn't really like making fun of the dead body so much as it was like, bro, there's a dead body here.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
What, bro? Bro, this isn't real, bro. Bro. Because that's Jake Paul. You know?
Yeah. I
Sorry,
understand.
Logan Paul. They're the
Logan
same
Paul,
person, but
yeah.
one is taller.
Both incredibly unfunny.
Both actually very ugly.
Yeah, I, like Caleb, have also not watched the video, but I can tell you for a fact that I read Logan Paul's apology, and that was probably the fakest, most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, for those of you who also haven't followed this situation, when Logan Paul apologized, in his apology he wrote, "I'm sorry, guys. I didn't do it for the views. I get views." Oh my! It's the most unsincere apology I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
I mean,
Logan mentioned himself and his success at least like 10 times in the apology.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that's very important to note. I refused to watch it until all the re-uploads were out. After the video was deleted, I started watching. It's just like your standard vlog. He goes out into the woods and he's like, bro, and then he stumbles across the dead body. He's like, there's a dead body right there, guys. And then they start going
good
to the
impression.
body with the camera and zooming in on it, and he's standing right next to the body and vlogging the whole time. And you can tell part of him is shocked, but a part of him is over-exaggerating the reactions for the vlog, because that's the reality he lives in.
Well, that's like every normal vlogger. Now, it's not. I'm not going to treat it like a normal vlog or whatever, because obviously he knew he was going to do something that was controversial. But in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that, because he wasn't trying to disrespect any body or any like family of the body. I'll see people like, what if the family watched this? I mean, you can't make a video thinking, oh, what if, like, if I made a video on 9/11 or if I made a joke on 9/11 or something like that, and people laughed at it, you're not disrespecting the victims 9/11. I completely respect and
well, this is a callback to the first episode of the podcast where jokes tend to be about intention instead of actual.
And
whatever.
he wasn't even really making jokes. He was just like, oh, like, this is reality. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's actually a body here.
Logan Paul went into the suicide forest with the intention of making a video about why you shouldn't kill yourself. And he did not intend to find the body, but when he did, he saw an opportunity to exploit it, and he fully took that.
Now, I won't blow this out of context. So, Logan Paul did demonetize his video before uploading it. So that's probably the only.
He did it.
Yeah,
he did demonetize the video.
Yeah, he did not allow his video to be monetized when he uploaded it, which is a small victory, I would say. That was okay on his part, but at the same time, his video would have been demonetized instantly either way.
But then he monetized his apology video. So how much can you really trust the guy?
Not at all.
Yeah. What can you say about the Paul brothers, though? The Paul brothers aren't really the moral
Fuck them. I don't like them. They're annoying. I've never been entertained by their content. It's just 12-year-old
so incredibly
dribble.
unfunny. So fucking incredibly unfunny.
I mean, another thing with this whole apology situation is I just don't get how whenever that video was uploaded before it was deleted, it had a solid 600,000 likes from his fans or the devotees of the Paul brothers, should we say. I think it's kind of ridiculous that many people would just like a video for no reason.
Well,
I mean, I don't even know how someone could like that kind of content. Like, why would you like someone walking up, finding a dead body, and being like, "Bro, this isn't real. That's not good content. That's horrible."
Well, we've already established that the content's fucking shit. So, like,
I mean,
that can't...
I mean, granted, he uploads terrible content, but at the same time, you really, I mean, I didn't even expect that. Why on earth would you upload that to YouTube? Like, maybe he could,
views.
Like, for example,
Views.
He deleted his views. But all right, let me back up.
Whenever you want to know why one of the Paul brothers is doing something on YouTube, say, what are the views gonna be?
Okay, well, think about it like this. Imagine if Logan Paul goes on Twitter and he says, "Hey guys, sorry, I'm not uploading my daily vlog today. Some messed up shit happened, some bad stuff happened. I'll explain in a minute." He explains, he writes on Twitter he found a dead body while filming his vlog, and that's the end of the situation. And Logan Paul doesn't get a bunch of hate.
In his defense, if he had just, tweeted that out, people would be like, "Oh, that's fake. Oh, he's just drama whoring."
I mean, okay,
but here's the real thing. Logan Paul could have made this video without any of the footage of a person's, corpse. He could have cut all that out and still left in the part where he's like, "Dude, I saw this thing and it made me shit my pants. Here's my reaction." He can have his reaction footage. He just doesn't need to have the footage of the body. I think that's what makes the video breaks the video.
Just filming the body, I think, adds to, like,
it's shock factor.
Yeah, I mean, again, the content shit. I'm not trying to defend his content, but I'm saying if I were to make a video in the Suicide Forge, which I wouldn't fucking do, but if I were to do that, then I would put in the body because it's just like, oh shit, this is reality. Like this really happens. Like that, like there's a dead body and I saw it, and this is fucking it, and you're seeing it, and this guy fucking died.
Yeah.
And even if I was like laughing, like, oh shit, like, haha, that's a real dead body. Like, that's not making fun of it, and that's not disrespecting
I don't think
it.
That's Logan Paul ever did anything to make fun of the victim.
That's just making it easier to digest.
That's exactly what it was. Is any of like the humor was them just reacting to what they were seeing. I do firmly believe that there was a little bit of hyping it up, overreacting, because when you vlog every day, you create a whole different world for yourself, so your reactions aren't always going to be natural.
It's delusion.
But I do agree with you that in showing the body that that this is reality kind of thing, and that's one of the things he even said is this is fucking real, But he bleeped it out with a little squeaky noise.
I think I'm gonna respectfully disagree. I think that you have a valid point that this is real. It's a thing. Suicide is a thing, and you can't ignore that. But at the same time, the way in which it was handled was wrong and inappropriate on multiple ends. I don't think that
I do agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think that what Logan Paul did was acceptable. And I'm not just saying that to jump on a bandwagon of hate. That's just ridiculous. That's not something you do not film a dead body and put it on the internet.
I think that's completely fine to do that. With that current intention. It not like
okay, with the intention to like raise like awareness for suicide, because there's a bunch of other ways to handle that.
Well,
you don't post a picture. You don't post a video or a vlog of you encountering a dead body. You post a vlog of you saying, "I found a dead body. I'm not going to show you because that's wrong, but it's terrible and this is real."
I mean, I think that's okay as long as you put a disclaimer like, okay,
he did have a disclaimer.
Yeah, which he had a disclaimer, so I think it's completely fine. So like if you film someone's dead body, it's like this guy is actually like that puts that image in their head, like this is reality and this happens. I think
you don't want to put an image in someone else's head.
But I think it's completely fine because you have the disclaimer and it doesn't have that real effect. Like avoiding it is just, also avoiding the fact that it actually exists in a certain way. So like if you're like avoiding the imagery of a dead body, you're trying to convince yourself in a way subconsciously that doesn't really happen. And so once you see that dead body, it's a completely different effect. Like, oh shit, this guy actually died. That's what your brain is thinking whenever you see that.
Well, I mean, honestly, we can talk all day about whether or not it was right for him to use the footage of a dead person in his own video. But one of my favorite parts of the video itself was after he's called the police and the police have gotten the corpse. He's out in like the parking lot in front of the forest and he sees a bunch of children walking with their families like, bro, what happened if those kids saw that dead body, bro? Yeah, as he uploads this video of a dead person to his audience of 12-year-olds.
That's inappropriate. And I mean, again, Logan Paul and Jake Paul, I'm not going to treat him as the same person because that's stupid, but
you can argue all you want about whether or not what his intentions were, but I think that moment right there should tell you that his intentions weren't suicide awareness. He just saw that as a way to justify putting that out there.
Yeah,
I guess.
In his apology,
it was all about the views.
Yeah, in his apology, he explicitly said that I was hoping, like, when I uploaded this, if this saves one life, I think he said this directly. If this saves one life, even one, then this is worth it. But the way that he handled the entire situation, it just makes it completely impossible to believe, especially considering like Logan Paul's persona. There's just no possible way to believe that he was being totally genuine about this the whole time.
And I've been really trying to develop what my opinion is, because I have a lot of different ideas, and I've agreed with both of what you guys have said today. My real problem isn't the fact that he used a dead person in his video. My problem is the way he used it. It just feels very like he's exploiting the tragedy of this person just to get attention.
I can see that.
Because I watched the video and I never once felt like there was really that point about suicide awareness. It was just, bro, I saw a dead person. Don't kill yourself, bro. The Low Gang is with you, dab. And, you know, this is a monumental thing in YouTube history. No one's ever done this. It felt really exploitative. He's just putting that in there because that's going to get him quick views and that's going to make people praise him. Yeah. If he legitimately went out there and filmed that person respectfully and was trying to make a point about suicide awareness, I feel he would have talked with the officers more. He would have talked to, you know, professionals in the area about suicide. Instead, he just went out into the woods, found a dead person, vlogged with the dead person, left the woods, and then that was it. And that's my problem.
Which I'm not gonna, not the word of blame, but like the cause of him doing that, I guess. Well, it's just pure delusion of like that vlog lifestyle where it's like
you create like a whole different reality.
It's just delusion.
But I don't think his intention was all that pure. And if it was pure, I'd have no problem with it.
But do you guys think the video should be removed off of YouTube?
Yes, I think that. I mean, I think that Logan Paul's video was just blatantly bad, and if Logan Paul had. You see, this is entirely subjective, so I don't know. There isn't a bunch of concrete ways to put this, but actually there is one. So YouTube has a policy about basically not allowing videos that like make like not even necessarily like monetize, just like that benefit directly off of a tragedy or like a horrific event. Like, for example, if you post videos of like a bombing or like ISIS videos, those get removed immediately because it falls under YouTube's like tragedy policy. And I think Logan Paul's video falls directly into that category because he's directly filming a dead body.
There are actual journalists who go into these war zone areas to raise awareness of the conflicts that happen there and the lives being lost. And YouTube removes it with no discrimination at all.
Yeah.
Really, a good argument to make is that YouTube is unfair in its implementation of its rules because it has protected the Paul brothers many times. Logan Paul removes his video, and now anyone who re-uploads his video, anyone who does commentary over his video, anyone who does, you know, just the general cutting parts out of his video to talk about it, they all get struck down. I've watched like 5 YouTubers, like Pyrocynical, Elvis the Alien, Critical, they've all had their videos taken down about this, even if they, you know, censored the footage, unlike Logan Paul. Agreeable. Here's a good segue though. Logan Paul did this, and me and my friend had a talk about this for a little while in our chat, and he brought up that you can't really be outraged about Logan Paul doing this in his video when the media actually profits off of footage of people dying and dead people all the time. You can look at any big media company, and they run ads when they show horrific events happening.
Which is why I think that footage should be completely untouched. Well, again, YouTube can make whatever rules it wants because it's its own company, and hopefully there's gonna be another platform that overruns YouTube soon. Because fuck YouTube. Yeah,
VidMe seemed promising, but then they suspended themselves.
Yeah. Again. If things can be like passed off like filming tragedies and getting money as news, not just with that given situation or whatever, I think all footage and everything. Again, I'm a huge free speech guy. That
all footage, King.
Any kind of footage should be allowed on anywhere on the internet, in my opinion. Even the most repulsive and disgusting, which I would of course 100% disagree with and be like, this is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that it should be censored.
Oh, I agree that it has a right to exist. I agree that Logan Paul's video doesn't need to be taken down. Unless, if YouTube's rules were fair, I don't think Logan Paul's video needs to be taken down. Yeah. But the fact that they are unfair and that people who don't do things wrong sometimes versus people who Logan Paul clearly broke YouTube terms of service, it should be taken down. But in this hypothetical where YouTube is not a hypocrite, it has every right to exist. You know, I think Logan Paul needs to be criticized for it and called out for what he did, but his video shouldn't be taken down.
Yeah. Again, I've been playing devil's advocate for Logan Paul for like the past 15 minutes, and I think it's a really shit video, and I disagree with not only the general intention of it, but it's not funny. Definitely not funny. And it's an all around just shit video. I fucking hate that video. I haven't seen it in entirety.
Opening remarks as he's going to the forest is he's like, "Happy New Year, everyone! I hope you had all the sex you wanted." To his audience of 12-year-olds,
and then Suicide Forest.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's a shit video. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
You've not seen it. You're only speaking from your.
Well, I haven't seen it in entirety. I haven't seen it in entirety.
So you've seen clips of the video?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But so again, I think Logan Paul is a super shit content creator, but I think all videos should have a right to exist at least.
Yeah, I don't think it should be taken down. I only think it needs to be taken down because of YouTube's, shit moderation of its own website. If you're popular and we like you, you get to be number 10 on trending, even if you have a dead person in your video.
Yeah, IDubbbz shit like that has like blown out of the fucking roof videos, and he's never on trending because YouTube just doesn't like him, even though he doesn't break the rules.
Casey Neistat, you're not going to be on trending talking about this mass shooting, but Jimmy Kimmel talking about the same mass shooting and not raising money for it like Casey Neistat, number 1 on trending.
That talk show shit pisses me off on YouTube
every time. That's a topic for another day, though. Let's not devolve.
But speaking of something that is related to Mr. Paul, the legend himself, we're not trolling this time. Believe it or not, we here at Spaz Out are not lying to you. Today is the emergence of the legendary mythic Vine 2.
Okay. Vine 2. I'm going to enjoy.
Stay dead.
I'm going to enjoy.
Don't come back.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. I'm going to enjoy Vine.
I enjoyed Vine.
I enjoyed the last Vine, and I'm going to enjoy Vine too. If it just keeps the same format. My timeline was fucking golden.
Vine is the reason we have the Paul brothers. It's the reason we have all these shitty fucking YouTube channels.
Vine created also all those little fuckboys like Cameron Dallas, stuff like that.
I know, but those were always going to be a thing. In Facebook, you saw like Facebook comedy. That shit dominated.
Actually, I've never seen Facebook comedy because I don't use Facebook.
Facebook comedy is when they have 2 white bars at the top and the bottom, and
just stolen content.
Yeah, they have like emojis in the top, and it's just stolen videos.
It's just stolen content.
I won't lie. This is definitely me when I'm driving.
You fucking yelled.
Now don't scream there, Wolverine.
Jesus
Holy.
fucking Christ. But like those are always going to be a thing. Exploiting like fucking children's comedy or exploiting women. Vines or Instagram
Holy
comedy
shit.
videos.
Have you seen Instagram comedians?
No, yeah, Instagram comedians like that. Lele Pons is so fucking unfunny. It's unbelievable the amount of views that she gets and shit like that.
She was in YouTube Rewind, dude. Shut up.
Yeah, whatever.
She's a YouTuber
whatever.
now.
Fucking actual garbage ass human.
With the Tonight Show guy.
And Lele Pons, that fucking one idiot that was also from Vine. I can't think. They're all the fucking same. They're all the same. Curtis Lepore, shit like that. I want just fucking a lot of shit Viners that went to Instagram and went to even Twitter. I see a lot of shit posts on Twitter too.
Well, I mean, you can't really blame them for like switching platforms, because when their like primary form of like getting their content out gets destroyed, gets deleted, or no longer in service, they have to move. So where else are they going to move? Popular social media.
I'm not angry about them moving social medias or whatever.
I am.
But I'm angry that the fact that they have such a huge following with such shitty content.
Okay, give me a good example of that kind of content.
Okay,
like right now, improv time.
Okay, this is like 50% of all Instagram comedy videos. Guy like chilling with Bae, right? Chilling by a tree or some shit with Bae.
Big ass and big boobs.
Big ass, big boobs. Fucking fat guy that got popular on Vine, sitting there chilling with a fucking prostitute. Some other whore walks right by her that they also paid fucking hundreds of dollars. Like, I'm chilling with Bae. That girl walks by with an ass. Oh, I look at that ass. Wow, Bae's mad. End of video. End of video.
It's like the one meme that went viral for a little bit. The stock photo of the dude walking with his girlfriend. And he turns around to check out
that's every Instagram comedy
video.
That's all
Instagram and Vine comedy.
Also stock noises and a song that actually is just the punchline of it. It's not a fucking punchline. I don't know why I just said that. There will never ever be a punchline to an Instagram comedy video. Those are fucking garbage.
Also, like, have you seen those Vines where they like use this trend where they try and bring back a really, really, really old meme and then make it funny again? Like, for example,
do the Harlem Shake,
or like literally just a random Vine, and then like the beginning of it is like "booty had me like," and then it's just random sounds like.
Even those were better than what's happening right now. I swear. I'm okay. I'm pretty sure this got like 13+ million views. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more. And on Instagram, it's some fucking idiot from Vine, and it's like he and some whore that they paid like thousands of dollars in a bodysuit, just like skin tight bodysuit, is like. Hey, can I have money for a purse? And this guy's chilling on his bed, and he's like, no. And then she's like, I'll let you put it in my butt. And then camera zooms to butt, and then the song plays, go with the money, go with the money.
And then he's like dancing in money.
It's fucking so good. And the video ends there. That's the punchline. Okay, that's the entire video.
So we started Vine 2 off with Caleb's like, man, I can't wait for Vine 2. It's gonna be so great. No. Vine comedy is shit.
Okay, although there is like
we have classic Vines like the one where you threw the waffle at me. That was pretty funny.
Those are fucking great. My old Vine timeline was fucking so good because I followed good. I don't like to say memes. I don't like to say the fucking word because it's so cringe. But
dude, I love memes.
I followed meme Vine accounts. It was yeah, and but good ones like original ones, and I followed like little kids on Vine.
What was the name
of
that?
Like 5-6-year-olds. It was really fucking funny.
Wait, what was the name of what was the name of that? I'm sorry, I'm butchering. I don't know his name. The Asian Viner, the guy who did like really short clips. The chubby guy. Yeah, what's his name?
He was pretty.
I thought he was funny.
His comedy is a little normy, but it can be funny.
He does like a bunch of video games.
Okay, so Caleb, you like to watch little kids on Vine. You're saying you endorse Jacob Sartorius?
Oh no, Jacob Sartorius making his triumphant return.
That's
on
different
Vine
because
musically to Vine too.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Whenever I'm talking about little kids, I'm talking about like people that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Like the 5-year-olds, their mom gives them the iPad and says, "Go play with this for a little bit, honey," and then he records himself.
It's so
okay. Those
funny.
are funny, but they're ironically funny.
Yeah,
because,
I know.
The kid is dumb.
I know, but there were good unique creators on Vine, is what I'm saying, and that's where I like to stay around.
Creators. Okay.
Again, on YouTube. There are good content creators.
Yes.
And so you can go and find them.
And it's because of Viners migrating to YouTube that all the good content creators are being buried right now.
Yeah. And so but there's good content creators, and then there's also the talk show hosts and the Viner and the Vine invasions.
The talk show hosts and the Viner invasion is the reason why YouTube is so shit right now.
I know.
But we can't get rid of the talk show hosts. We can probably get rid of the Viners, but honestly, Vine 2 only is a breeding ground for them to again come back to YouTube when Vine breaks again.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I found him. ProZD, that guy. I thought he was actually funny whenever I still used Vine, and then Vine got destroyed forever. So wait, why did Vine go out of business anyway?
Stay dead.
Twitter bought it. Twitter bought Vine.
Did Twitter buy Vine and then shut it down? Because I don't think they actually would have done that.
No,
Vine was not profitable because its views were kind of declining, and there was less and less content being uploaded every day.
Twitter wanted like the whole Vine platform to migrate to Twitter, and then use Twitter as like a second kind of Vine.
Twitter owned Vine for a little bit, I think, before it shut Vine down. Like it owned Vine for a good little bit.
Yeah.
Then it shut it down because Vine was losing its profitability.
I think Vine could have been incredibly profitable if Twitter just marketed it better.
When is Twitter good at marketing anything?
No, Twitter makes some pretty shit business decisions.
Twitter part 2.
Twitter makes some pretty fucking god awful business decisions. I did buy some Twitter stocks actually.
Mistake and also mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake because I bought it at $20. Now it's at $24.
Man, we are really showing some growth here. You said you were learning how to buy stocks, and now you're buying Twitter stocks after yelling at us about how shit Twitter is.
Yes.
Caleb King, everyone.
Oh my god.
Well, it is a shit platform, but it's going to be it's going to grow more profitable. They have this whole Twitter music thing going out. They're putting advertisements in their Twitter videos, which is pretty shitty for the consumer, but but it's still going to be profitable. Vine 2, they still own the rights to Vine, so all that shit's going to be good for them.
Jack
is still a fucking idiot.
Again, Jack, come on the podcast. We want to talk to you.
No business is ever going to be as shit as Nintendo, though. Nintendo is a fucking god-awful business.
Why? No, we're not talking. We'll talk about Nintendo later. Right now, we're talking about Vine. Do not get us off topic right now.
Well, we went from Vine to Instagram to Twitter to YouTube, back to Vine.
You know what? We'll bundle this up. So we're talking about Vine 2, but right now we're just talking about really bad internet comedy. And the center of that was the original Vine, the death of Vine, and now soon to be Vine 2.
I'll give you the perfect Instagram comedy formula. The perfect Instagram comedy formula.
Oh joy! It's Caleb King's comedy formula. Get ready.
It is. It's not my comedy formula.
Objectify.
Yeah, objectify hot girl.
It's Ty Lopez's comedy formula.
That's in everyone. Objectify hot girl. Stock sound effect, specifically the duh, the thud.
Maybe a laughing, crying emoji thrown in there somewhere.
Yes, the top text, bottom text.
The 100 emoji.
The caption of tag 3 friends.
Yep.
Yes. A song, very loud, obnoxious music.
I won't lie, this is definitely me when I'm driving.
Yes. And no punchline.
Oh, and even better,
relatable. It has to be relatable.
It has to be relatable, and
can
occasionally
we put air quotes around that. Relatable.
Occasionally, you can replace any one element with zooming in on the main person in the Vine and then making their eyes red. Oh, that's perfect. That's comedy gold right there.
When you drive around in a nice car and show off all your money, make people want to be you.
When you can't find your phone charger.
You just started a Vine right there.
Yeah, and
that's how you start the Vine, and then it jumps to you being naked in front of your mirror.
It starts off with dumb shit like that. You could think of any dumb, relatable shit that everybody does, turn it into a Vine, no punchline. You just record yourself doing it and then over-exaggerate it. Vine, millions of views. People think about things in the shower. Vine.
Shower karaoke.
My face when I'm in the shower.
Oh, I don't know how I haven't talked about this yet. The ridiculous amount of cheating themed vines.
Oh, entirely. It's all about being a floozy.
It's all about cheating in your relationships and like OMG when bae being a hoe, and it's like some dumb stuff that they're doing on their phone. It's really bad.
It's really fucking
Men
bad.
are pigs, am I right?
There's never been a vine of that.
What are you talking about?
Oh wait, yeah, there has been.
There's never been a vine of that.
Wait,
Caleb
I
King.
can't. All right,
All women are whores.
I'm cutting that out of the podcast.
No, keep it in there so we can keep you honest, Caleb.
Okay.
Caleb King, I've never seen Logan Paul, and I've never seen that kind of vine. What are you even talking about, Caleb?
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll throw this one over so that we can get this conversation back on a productive track. So I think we all agree.
Nothing about this fucking conversation is productive.
Okay, fine. Then
Shit,
let me move back. So Caleb said he's excited for Vine 2. Robbie, how do you feel about Vine 2 becoming a thing?
Stay dead. Don't come back. Fucking die. I hate you. I hate it.
How about something other than a bunch of slurs? Like why? No. Why do you want Vine 2 to die forever? Why do you not want Vine 2?
Because it's cancer XD.
Okay, well, instead of being Robbie, I think that Vine 2 is going to be funny, but
no,
I think Vine 2 is going to. There will be comedy on Vine 2, but no matter what,
there's going to be Caleb King on Vine 2. That's going to be the only funny thing.
This just in. There will be comedy on Vine 2. I can be sure of it. I am Christopher McCauley.
Okay, all right, shut up. All right, so okay, I think that all the kind of like shitty kind of quality that you guys were afraid of on the first Vine and now on Twitter and Instagram comedy will exist. There's no avoiding it, but I have confidence that I will enjoy Vine 2 overall because I won't follow that kind of garbage content. And if I see it, it's not going to be on my timeline.
I agree. Chris is talking truth.
It's a breeding ground for more Jake Pauls, for more Jacob Sartorius.
Of course, every platform is going to be like that.
It's only going to let them grow bigger, and it's going to create new ones. Then they're going to come to YouTube, and they're going to pollute YouTube even more.
Every platform is going to be like that. There's always going to be the fucking
so you know that little thing that babies do, like, all right, where'd it go? You put your hands over their eyes. That's exactly what I'm going to do. If I see content like that, I'm going to be like, oh, where'd it go? And I'm not going to follow that because I don't want that on my timeline.
Prank Invasion's going to make a comeback.
Fuck you.
Joey Salads, he's going to thrive there.
Robbie Bland has been muted forever.
Shut the fuck up. All right, penalty on podcast. Robbie gets tape in the mouth. for 5 minutes. 5 minutes good?
5 minutes should be good.
Sure.
I just want the audience to know how official I'm making this podcast right now, because this is fucking like next level shit. We were recording on phones and shit like that. We were recording on Discord and phones and shit like that. And right now, I got water bottles for every single one of my co-hosts. I got a water bottle. I got an extra water bottle in case they get too thirsty.
There's been a huge amount of investment into this podcast. I'm telling you, this podcast is gonna be huge. Don't argue with me.
Huge. It's gonna be huge. I gave them snacks. I fed them. I gave them mini muffins. I gave them cookies.
Okay,
and ice cream sandwiches.
So
I'm the best goddamn host you will ever see in any podcast.
Other than Caleb being our mom for the podcast, it is now time to embark onto our third and final topic of this podcast, one that I know for a fact that I am passionate about, sadly, because I'm a nerd. Video games. Robbie Bland, you can return from your exile to begin the conversation.
Yeah, I'm Robbie Bland, and video games... Jesus fuck. Video games. No, not just the all around video games. What makes a good, gritty, fucking juicy video game?
I would not use that disgusting terminology that Caleb is, but a good video game.
A good ass video game. Now, there's so many different types of video games. It could be story based. It could be just fucking shitting on your friends. It's just so fucking fun.
Yeah, that's not that. No.
No.
Remember when Mount Your Friends was a pretty popular game?
Yeah, and that's
your
a
characters
fun game.
made like sticky, gross noises as they climbed on top of each other.
Now, fucking You can take the most ridiculous concept for a game, and and just make it fun to play. It's so fucking good. It's such a good concept for anyone who wants to make a video game.
That has been Caleb King ranting, not me, by the way.
I'm Robbie Bland.
It's not me.
I'm Robbie Bland. Yeah, you can make a game out of fucking anything and just let your creativity go anywhere it wants, and it can be so fucking good. Now, what makes a shitty video game is probably just how it runs. And what basically, if you're making a multiplayer game, if the multiplayer is shit based on the frames are bad, people lag all the time, and it's just all around not I don't know how to say that. It's just not enjoyable.
So,
it's bad
here's the thing about
game.
What makes a good video game. Gaming is a very flexible art form. There's a whole lot there. I think what we want to restrict it to is we want to make it. What makes a good AAA game that you're gonna spend $60 on? What makes it worth it?
Oh, okay.
Because there's a whole lot you can do with video games, and most indie games are pretty cheap to get a hold of.
Usually,
so let's make it AAA. You know, the professional stuff.
Usually, what I would spend. Fuck my nose. I gotta blow my nose.
All right. So while Caleb King is on remission forever, I'll talk about. Honestly, I don't even know where exactly to begin with this topic because it's too large. Broad. It's huge, but I'm going to narrow this down. So what I think makes a good video game is, this is obviously basic, but I think that replayability is a factor. I think replayability is a factor, but it's not the biggest factor. So what I mean by that is you can play a game that's so unbelievably good that you're like, wow, this is one of the best playthrough experiences I've ever had. But at the same time, you might not want to pick it up and play it again immediately because you're like, wow, that was draining. I don't want to go through that again because that was awesome. I'm going to give this game a break because I had a great time. So
I think replayability is 25% of why I would spend $60 on a game. If a game like Assassin's Creed, where it's the old Assassin's Creed where there were no multiplayers or whatever, which I guess could go to replayability. But where you play out a story, the story ends, the game's over. You're not gonna play the game again unless you're an achievement hunter, fucking sweaty ass nerd.
I mean, I personally enjoyed the Assassin's Creed.
No. I thought they were good.
When I play an Assassin's Creed game, I don't play the story mode. I just run around killing people for hours on end.
But that doesn't count as replayability.
It probably doesn't, but I can pick up any of the Ezio games and I just run around and just kill people.
Which is
I don't
fun.
even care about the story after I finish the game.
It's fun, but I wouldn't spend $60 on that game.
No, I wait for it to come out for $30.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I would spend that would be a good game, quote unquote good game, but it wouldn't be the top top of the list, what I would pay $60 for. Grand Theft Auto is a great example of a very good game.
I would spend the money on Grand Theft Auto
because you could tell that they put the time in it. It's creatively fucking fantastic. You have the replayability. Even in the story mode, I would go back and play the story mode because there's a bunch of side missions and shit like that. I would if I beat the entire story, I would still play the single player mode.
I think for me, what makes a good game is the fact that it kind of builds a unique world for you to inhabit and do a lot with. When your world is very one-dimensional, you can only do X amount of things. It gets old really fast.
And that's why Minecraft is the best game of the 21st
century. Minecraft is the best game. No, Minecraft is the best game.
I disagree.
That is why Minecraft is very flexible and why it succeeds is because it has a very open world that you can do whatever you want with. And that doesn't mean that every world has to be open.
So, I guess what I didn't get to say earlier, but what I do want to say is there's some games, I don't know how to quantify this objectively. Video games, to me, there are objective factors. For example, think of those cringy game magazines like IGN, and they try and give factors as to why their games are great. And there's some science to that. There's some methodology, but for me, there are some games that just have an intangible factor. I can't put my finger on it, but I know for a fact that was one of the best games I've ever played. If I thought about it, sure, I could come up with
what game are you talking about?
There are multiple games for me that I could like think about back to Halo Reach. Halo Reach was one of the
Halo Reach was awesome.
Halo Reach was one of the best video games I've ever played in my life.
Masterpiece.
Best Halo game I've ever played. I don't care about all you hardcore Halo 2, Halo 3. Halo Reach for me was the best Halo game I've ever put my hands on.
Awesome game.
I could pick that game up right now and play. I'll play the story mode again. That was good too.
That's fucking fantastic.
When I was re-listening to the first podcast, I was actually playing Halo Reach. and Battlefront 2, I was switching between the games. And the good Battlefront 2, not the fucking EA one.
Like, there are just so many games out there that...
EA is a good game maker.
Fuck off.
Like, okay,
can we mute Caleb for 5 minutes now?
Okay.
How about this one? I don't know if you guys played it as much as I did, but I really enjoyed Skyrim. That wasn't a multiplayer game, but that was a great game too.
Fucking fantastic.
All I play nowadays is Skyrim. I got it on the PC. I fucking modded that shit to hell, and that's all I play.
Yeah, all I do is play Skyrim. Also, I played Halo Reach recently. Just name a good video game, and I play it. Robbie Bland.
But, again, video games are super
I have
subjective.
good taste. What can I say?
Well,
I'm the most humble person you'll ever meet.
Video games are super subjective. Like I have probably the most fun in video games on like the fucking worst, worst of the worst video games. Like
Comedy Night.
Yeah, Comedy Night is fucking masterpiece. Fucking like it could be like, say you take like 6 of your friends, 4 of your friends, 3 of your friends, and then there's like have you ever seen the Duck Game? The Duck Game, like everything kills you in one hit.
Oh yeah, that one.
And so like you just pick up a gun, you can shoot. That game's fucking stupid. It took like no
So I think we're
minimal
branching
effort.
back into like the indie stuff.
But it's super good.
I know it is. It's a great game, but let's go to like a game where you're gonna walk into GameStop and you're gonna pick it off the
I probably won't anymore because they're all cash grabs.
They are, and that's why I wanted to have this discussion, is because there's a lot of great potential and great artists, but the AAA companies are producing shit right now, and I think one of the biggest problems is the emphasis on DLC and pay to win.
Well, that's a lot more rampant in the PC gaming community, pay to win. So like, I'll give you a perfect example just because I have personal experience with it. I've recently been playing the new updated version of World of Tanks. That game is completely pay to win. That's just a easy example. Think of another game like World of Warcraft. Think of a bunch of other games. There's a lot of pay to win, and I think a lot of that revolves around PC games.
Well, yeah, but like again with the $60 GameStop and shit, like if we're on that thing, like
because indie game is just very, very, very
that's
broad.
so profitable. Like the video game industry, because not only is it super popular, it's at its peak right now. But
and hopefully it starts its downfall soon.
No, I disagree.
Yeah,
I think video games are fantastic.
I don't want it to shut down. I think video games are a great way, or a great, I guess, pastime forward. Like
I'm not saying gaming. I'm saying pay to win.
I mean, I'm not talking about pay to win, because a lot of the $60 games aren't even pay to win.
I wasn't even talking about pay to win, but like the entire video game industry as a whole is so goddamn profitable, and the fact that you pay $60 for a game and that's industry standard, and like those prices don't fluctuate, even if your game is worse than $60 or whatever, that's the standard.
Yeah.
And you could sell one copy of a video game for $60 fucking dollars. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of goddamn money.
I can buy a lot with $60.
That's like if you have a $11 an hour job, which I have, and I work like 6 hours. That's like 6 hours for a goddamn video game.
That's a day's wages for a game.
Yeah. It's fucking that's a lot of money, and the fact that that's industry standard for all of them. Why would they not cash grab? Like why would they not do that? So that's why I like to stay with like indie games and like go and buy shit on Steam and G2A and play it like indie games, shit like that, because they're almost just the same fun and they're way cheaper, fucking cheaper.
So that's a good argument against $60 games, which justifies us moving into the indie realm.
I think I'm gonna try and name another game because I don't know how you guys felt about it. In fact, I don't even know if you played it because there was a lot of negativity surrounding it. But how did you guys feel about not the second one? How did you feel about the first Destiny, or did anyone play that game?
Destiny is a fun game.
I did not play Destiny. I
Bungie
can't talk about it.
I played Destiny.
Bungie fucked up. Bungie fucked up
Destiny
so hard.
1?
Yes.
I think
with both Destinies, Bungie is fucked up. Destiny shouldn't have sold Halo,
Destiny shouldn't have sold Halo. You're saying Bungie shouldn't have sold Halo?
Yeah,
I disagree. I think Bungie sold Halo, and it was the right move because
I
no,
much disagree with
no,
that.
listen to me. You didn't even let me argue. So Bungie is the better creator. They made the best Halo game of all time, and I don't even think it's possible at this point for another Halo game to be better than Reach.
I disagree.
Halo 4 was fun,
if Bungie was still making Halo, I think you could make a better game than Halo Reach.
Okay.
I think
what
Bungie kind of ended the story with what they did. I mean, the war was basically over and Chief was lost in space. They really didn't want to go anywhere after that.
I'm talking about multiplayer. Which is what I played the game mostly for.
But we're getting off track. So I'll close with what I said about Bungie. So to me, Bungie selling like Halo, the rights to Halo, was a bad idea creativity-wise. Bungie and their studios, as it is, were doing a fantastic job with Halo, and if they had more capital and more resources, they could have made maybe a better game than Reach. But at the same time, with like the financial state that they were in and the ginormous cash offer that they got from Microsoft, that's irresistible from a business standpoint. From like a fan perspective, it's kind of sad that we lost that wonderful amount of content creation and that wonderful amount of goodness with one transaction. But it was great for their company, money-wise. That's all.
I mean, that's fair.
Again,
that's the same reason why Disney owns half the world right now.
But again, cash grabs and shit like that are just ruining video games.
They are. Yeah, but that's the problem.
Just like they ruin movies. Like, how many good movies can you go and watch in a theater right now? Fucking none. They're all fucking garbage.
Well, I think 2017 was just personally... Wait, never mind. We're getting into the wrong topic. Next time on Spaz Out, we'll talk about movies and why 2017 was the worst movie year
I'm
talking
about... is fucking great.
I'm talking about, it still has to do with the whole cash grab thing. I thought The Disaster Artist was a fantastic movie. That was fucking fantastic.
Okay,
masterpiece.
Let's not get into movies. We got to finish this one off.
It's just
we're talking about video games.
We already finished video games. I think we talked.
We did
the
not
shit out
finish
of it.
video games.
We barely even scratched the surface.
We have a whole lot more to talk about.
I mean, okay. Okay.
I think that when it comes to video games, when you make a game, you wanna release the game in kind of its full state. Essentially, you don't, because like right now, a lot of video games that are out right now, they're stuck. If you wanted to go like indie, they're stuck in all their alpha phases where they rarely ever update. Just look at Rust, where the game has barely changed at all since it was released like 3 years ago. It's a fun game, but it's broken as hell, and it's barely progressed at all.
So we can't objectively quantify what makes a game perfect, but for me, this is also a weird factor, and I don't even think this is technically a real thing, but for me it is. So everybody knows that if you think back to your childhood, you're like, oh man, or even years back, just a few years back, oh man, that game was awesome. I think time really is an important factor with video games. Like, if you give it years or a year or two time to pass forward, and then you look back and say, there's like a nostalgic part of me that's attached back to that game. You're like, wow, I actually appreciate this game now, because I realize maybe in the moment I like put the controller down and I was like, I'm mad, I'm tired of playing this game. But then as you look back, you're like, dang, that game was one of the best games I've ever played, and I didn't even know it at all.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel that way about any like other games? Because I know I already named
Reach,
I named Reach and Skyrim just because that's what's on my head.
Sly Cooper for me was like a huge nostalgic, like, incredibly powerful game for me. I fucking love that game.
I had a lot of like really fun games on like the PS2 and the PS3, but I can't remember them.
That's what I'm saying.
PS2, I did have a lot of fun back then, but it's been a long time, so I really couldn't name very many titles. The only one I can think of, which no one here has played, like, I played an old Digimon game on the PS2, but back then that game was amazing. Like, it's just, I think as time goes forward, you can look back and you can say that certain games really were great, but you wouldn't have known it while you were playing them. Or, well, that's not true. You can play a game and say, wow, this game's really fun. I'm spending a lot of time on it. I like it a lot. But at the same time, as you give it age, you can really weed out, is this memorable? Did I really like this game or did I not?
I want to end the video game thing with with when do you think it's acceptable for a company to like Bungie? I don't want to put Bungie on blast here or whatever, but to accept more of money than what the fans want.
Well, from an artistic perspective, it's going to be seen as selling out no matter what. But like Chris said, from a business perspective, it's irresistible.
But what draws that line?
George Lucas selling Star Wars. I mean, creativity. He threw away his own creation and everything that he's been building for decades to Disney, all for a few $1 billion. But
I don't even know why you would do that, because you'd be set for life anyway. I mean, on the Star Wars franchise, it already built up like that.
Star Wars was losing money for a little bit there, and so was Marvel. Even if you
don't realize the guy that created Star Wars, like, he's set for life.
Of course he is, but his company itself, Lucasfilm and LucasArts, weren't doing too good. But I don't think there really is a line. I think it depends on the perspective you look at it with. If you're looking at it as an artist, you're gonna be like, man, that's betraying. You're just selling out and you're giving it to the big company to milk dry, and that's what Disney's done with Star Wars. And Microsoft kind of has done that with Halo. There's been some pretty shit stuff produced.
Yeah,
a lot of mobile games, like, you wouldn't even realize.
A lot of mobile games
like
are
Halo
cash
Wars
grabs.
2, terrible game, not worth your money, not worth your time. Like, there have been a lot of bad creations off of that transaction.
But from a business perspective, they're rolling in the money now.
I guess every company will have a different line, and it'll be incredibly subjective to what.
So if you want, think about it this way. There's two situations. Imagine a company like Bungie. Imagine they make a game. It's not Halo Reach, and it's bad. But Microsoft sees potential in the project, and they offer them like a big payout. Like, we'll pay you this to take control of your division and the rights to your game, and they do it. I think that's a good idea for that company, and that's a line that you can draw. Like, we've run out of success, our time is nigh, we give it over now. Now, if you think about it from the other perspective, the real one, where Bungie releases Reach, one of the most successful Halo games of all time, they just hit the top of the mountain, and what if in Bungie's minds they thought, wow, I don't think we can do better than this, now's our time. I think that's where you have to draw the line in those two different situations, where we have nowhere else to go, we need to do this is our last chance, or we've hit the top of the mountain, let's go out with a bang on a high note. That's what I think Bungie did.
I think disagree with that so much, because if you're going into any art form, I think if you hit your peak and you're like, wow, I will never do better than this, I think you should stop making art altogether.
That's what Bungie did.
No, but they'll still make games. They'll still make Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. If you think you're going to hit a peak and you're like, wow, I will never improve on this and I will never even try to do better than this, I think you should stop.
I don't think that's good advice, because have you met an artist before, Caleb? They all hate themselves. Every single artist hates themselves in their own work.
But
they all think that the next thing they produce is going to be absolute shit. And that's how a lot of classics have come out, is people thought, oh, it's got to be bad, and they release it, and oh shit, it's one of the best things ever, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they're too hard on themselves. But if you like, say that one guy that made Spirited Away or whatever, and then he was like, I'm never gonna do better than this, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But like, if you think that, like, you make a great fucking movie, even if you criticize yourself the whole time for it, and everybody's like, oh, it's the fucking best, you're like, I'm never gonna do better than this. I'm never gonna even try to improve.
I'm a firm believer in moving forward and continuing.
So I think I don't think I delivered what I was saying right. So in that situation, I'm not talking about, I don't think I'm ever going to do better than this, I'm going to stop now. They're saying, we just produced something wonderful, this is amazing, and now we can reap the rewards from it even more than we already were, because they already were making a bunch of profit off of Reach, and now they sold their franchise. So they're already making a lot from it, and they're saying, we've done an amazing job, now's the time for us to move on to other pastures so we can sell our child off. We're going to sell our creation off. That's what Bungie did, and to me, I'm not saying that you hit a peak and you say you'll never do better again. I'm saying you hit a peak and you say, this is one of the best things I have ever done. Can I do better or do something just as good in the future? Maybe, but at the same time, now is my time to cast this away, because now this is a part of my past and it was a great success, and now I'm going to reap the rewards from it, and I'm done with it.
All right.
I believe if you wave enough money in anyone's face, they're going to take the offer, no matter what. Caleb, you can say all you want, but if Disney comes to you and says, hey, we'll buy your SoundCloud for $2 million, you'd probably take it.
I probably would.
Definitely.
Sorry, 2 million. 2 million is too small for Caleb. It'd have to be like 1 billion for Caleb to accept.
No, Caleb would probably do it for like 100,000. Let's be real here. If they were like, we want the rights to the name Ike Waya for $100,000, Caleb would be all in on that.
Yeah, I mean,
Microsoft is like, hey, we want to buy Spaz out from you.
You guys,
hell
know,
yeah.
You guys know I have one song, right?
Yeah.
Like
we're talking in the future here when you're big, acclaimed, and famous, like you think you're gonna be.
Like I am gonna be.
Exactly right there. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so I think that's a good note to end this podcast on. Tune in sometime next week after this episode comes out, and we will be hosting another pre-show.
Yeah, this one didn't have a pre-show because it was a little bit spontaneous. I wanted to get the Logan Paul thing out as fast as possible for clickbait.
And that's why we're called Spaz Out, because we're spontaneous. So we're gonna get this episode
Don't
out
fucking
to you.
explain it like
Yeah,
that. That sounds so fucking bad. Like
Your
Caleb-
mom.
Caleb just wanted to call it Spaz Out.
Yeah.
He didn't think about it. He just said Spaz Out. Yeah.
Jesus fuck. I thought
Also,
I was
by the
a
way,
chip.
Caleb has been touching himself the whole time we've been recording.
Have
It's
not.
very
And
uncomfortable.
It's easier for me to talk when I'm grabbing my testicles.
And now that we've gotten that necessary, useful piece of information in, this is Spaz Out, and we are signing off for today.
Peace out.
Love you guys.
I don't.